Welcome to the Obsidian Archives. Today, we delve into the haunting lore of Dark Souls 3's greatest foes, the Lords of Cinder, and the figures who shaped the dying Age of Fire. Each of these beings carries a tragic story, bound in ash, flame, and despair, and together they weave the fate of a world on the edge of its final breath. Before we descend into the abyss of their history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Obsidian Archives. And if there's a particular boss, legend, or world you'd like us to uncover next, leave your suggestion in the comments below. Now, let us begin. In the fading world of Dark Souls 3, every great foe you encounter is more than a wall of steel and fire. They are legends, remnants of an age long past. Their stories are written in ash and despair, for they are the Lords of Cinder and those bound to their fate. In Lothric, where the transitory lands converge, the fire is dying. You, the Ashen One, are tasked with returning the Lords of Cinder to their thrones, so that the first flame may endure a little longer. But the Lords do not return willingly. Each has forsaken their duty, and each must be hunted down in the ruins of their own legend. Ludleth, the small and withered figure who sits upon his throne from the very beginning, is the only lord who chose to remain. Unlike the others, he embraced the burden of linking the fire without protest. Though frail in body, his resolve is unshakable. He serves as a reminder that sacrifice is not always glorious. Sometimes it is quiet, lonely, and forgotten. The first great lords encountered are the Abyss Watchers, a legion born from the legacy of Artorias the Abyss Walker. Bound together in unyielding brotherhood, they shared not only their oath, but also their very souls. Yet the corruption of the Abyss knows no bounds. It spread within them, turning brother against brother, until their eternal bond became an endless slaughter. When you face them, you are not fighting one man, but the echo of a legion, each warrior compelled to cut down the corruption, even if it means killing one another. Yhorm, once the mighty ruler of the profaned capital, took the flame not for glory, but for love. He gave himself to the fire to protect his people, a people who feared him for his size and power. But when the capital fell to ruin, his sacrifice turned to ash. He sits in silence upon his throne, waiting for an old friend, the one person who saw him as more than a monster. Yhorm embodies the tragedy of sacrifice without recognition, of power that could not save those it sought to protect. Aldrich began as a holy cleric, but his hunger grew insatiable. He consumed flesh, then men, then gods themselves. Drawn to the power of the abyssal deep, Aldrich envisioned a world drowned in sludge and darkness, where life itself would be nothing but formless consumption. His devouring of Gwyndolin, the last true god of Anolondo, was not the act of hunger alone. It was prophecy. Aldrich is the inevitable conclusion of unchecked desire, a lord who sought not to preserve the fire, but to see it swallowed whole High above the ruins, in the grand halls of the Lothric castle, lies the frail Prince Lothric, born into destiny. He was groomed from birth to link the fire, but the boy rejected his fate, scorning the idea of endless sacrifice for a flame that demands too much. His elder brother, Lorien, a once proud knight, cursed to silence and suffering, chose to share his brother's burden. Together they remained defiant, their bond unbroken, their refusal absolute. Lothric is the embodiment of rebellion, the will to let the fire die and embrace the true end of an age. The battle against Lorien and Lothric is more than a test of might. It is a confrontation with inevitability itself. The elder knight carries his brother on his back, fighting not only with his own strength, but with the arcane power of his frail sibling. Their union is a reflection of the world's own fractured state. Two broken beings bound together, refusing the cycle, clinging to the last shreds of their bloodline's legacy. Their throne remains empty until you, the Ashen One, claim their power. At the journey's end, beyond the kiln of the first flame, stands the soul of Cinder. It is not a man, nor a single lord. It is the manifestation of every soul who ever linked the fire. Gwyn, the chosen undead, those who came before and after all, are bound together in this eternal guardian of the flame. When you fight the soul of Cinder, you battle the history of sacrifice itself. Its final stance mirrors Gwyn, the first Lord of Cinder, striking you with the weight of the past. To defeat it is to overcome destiny, and to choose whether to prolong the fire once more, or let the Age of Dark begin. The Lords of Cinder were not monsters at their core. They were men, kings, and warriors who bore the weight of a dying flame. Some embraced their burden, some rejected it, and some were consumed by it. Their stories intertwined to form the legacy of a world chained to fire. And you, the Ashen One, stand at the end of that legacy with the power to decide its fate. And so, the tales of the Lords of Cinder come to a close. Stories of sacrifice, defiance, and hunger that shaped the fading age of fire. Each boss is more than an obstacle. They are echoes of a world clinging desperately to a cycle that refuses to end. If you enjoyed this journey into the shadows, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the Obsidian Archives for more deep dives into the lore of Dark Souls and beyond. Your support helps us keep unearthing these forgotten legends. And don't forget, drop a comment below with the next topic you'd like us to explore. Perhaps another boss, another realm, or even another game entirely. The archives are endless, and your voice helps decide where we turn next. Until then, may your flame never fade.